Yeah, like, so, yeah, so this. I watched this video. I watched it more than once. And what I got from the video, at first I got like, wow, like, darn, that's harsh. But then when I heard what was actually she was trying to relay to Tammy, is that she's trying to make her understand that can't nobody make your plate for you. Can't nobody put anything they want on your plate. Can't nobody do that. You can't allow nobody to do that for you. And I think what a lot of the world, we all are kind of like misunderstanding here is that I believe Coach comes from a different environment. Not to approve her behavior, not to approve her tone or her demeanor, but I understand it because I know people who came from that environment and in that era. And they come from an era where you're spoken to hard. It's a hard era. It's a hard tone. And unfortunately, sometimes it can be misconstrued as, and not even just that, like, we are in a such like a very sensitive like era. And back in the day, people, this is how you were spoken to get to what they were trying to get you to understand, because this is where she come from, to make people understand what she's trying to relate to them. And I got what she was stating, like basically like nobody, you don't give nobody control to put nothing pertaining to you onto you. And she's very accurate when she states that. And it's crazy because like I was talking to someone else and they're actually younger than me, and she called me and was like, did you see that video about the barbecue? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, I said I got what she was saying. But a lot of people aren't getting it in that way because they're so sensitive and so like, oh my God, well, how do you want to tell somebody what to eat? Like, I don't see that's where she was coming from. And also, more importantly, you got to keep in mind, they're in the health and wealth business. So for her to walk out the barbecue with a plate like that, stating that you're promoting health and wealth, you have to be conscious about what you're doing, knowing that there's going to be cameras out, phones out, all of that. And people are going to look at that like, wow, look how she eating. And it was a lot going on in that plate. I can agree. It was. It's like, sis, that's a lot going on. But at the same time, who are we to judge her about what's on her plate if that's what she allowed to be put on her plate at the time? But I completely can understand where Coach was coming from. And what y'all not getting about Coach, let me tell you something. Some people like this. They want this. And she's one of those. So y'all just keep doing what she love to do. She going to make bank off of all of this. So that's going to be the end result.